This is the AmpliGame SC3 gaming mixer from FIFINE. And I've got to say, FIFINE has done it again when it comes to budget kit that punches way above its weight when it comes to sound and audio. And it's a lot of fun to use. If you're starting out in streaming, content creation, or just want a cool but very affordable gaming mixer, this could be it. So let's take a deeper dive. FIFINE asked me to check out their AmpliGame SC3 gaming mixer. And hey, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I've always been a bit blown away by how good the FIFINE gear is when it comes to design, but more importantly, sound and audio. Given the price of this stuff, check out their website. I'll put a link down there below. I mean, it is nicely designed stuff, but at a great price. There's no question about it. This is budget range stuff, but don't let that put you off, as the price does not really reflect the quality here. I still use their AmpliGame AM8 microphone. This one here. In fact, I did a review of that and you can check it out here or here. And to be honest, the AmpliGame AM8 is the perfect matchup with this mixer. For me, this performs better than it does the my Rode mic. Here, the Rode mic over here. But there's a reason for that, and more on that later. I also use the FIFINE headset as headphones all the time, despite the fact I have 4 well-known gaming brand headsets right next to me. I prefer the audio quality of these. In fact, I bought my son the white version of these, and he loves them. And he also nicks this mic as well for his gaming setup. So far, I've not really been disappointed with the FIFINE stuff, especially, as I say, when you factor in the price. Back to the mixer. The FIFINE AmpliGame SC3 is an XLR mixer priced at $50. Yeah, you heard me, $50. I mean, I've seen little XLR connectors to PC, little XLR amps for more than $50, but this is so much more. This is designed to connect XLR microphones to a computer, offering a range of cool features for its cost. But it's not just XLR mics. That's why it makes it a perfect beginner tool, because there is plenty of room to grow with this if you're just starting out, or if you're sort of in that mid-range of content creation. Features include real-time mic monitoring, RGB lighting, pitch correction, and voice changing options, enhancing the user experience with various sound and visual effects. Now, how useful some of these effects are is really down to how you're going to use them, and is debatable. But the fundamentals of this mixer are all there. At least it gives you the options to play with these things. The AmpliGame mixer supports connecting to microphones, computers, laptops, headset microphones, and XLRs. And it includes phantom power, 48 volts of phantom power for those condenser mics, making it suitable, as I said, for a diverse range of setups, including for more advanced 2 PC configurations. In terms of what's actually in the box, let's take a look. In terms of unboxing, here we go. We've got audio reverberation, customized sound effects, widely compatible. Then on the back here, you've got multi-purpose function keys, funny voice effects, easy instant use, just plug and play, brilliant RGB lights, intuitive and friendly panel. All of those I agree with. As you can see, it's nicely packaged here, nice with the nice foam, fairly straightforward. Yeah, it feels, very light and plasticky. In terms of connections, you don't get an XLR cable with it, so you're gonna have to buy that separately. But I bought a spare one, another one for my son, and it was only about like $7 or something. That cost me like £5. Perfectly good XLR cable, so really cheap if you want to pick that up. But it does come with a 3.5mm to 3.5mm cable if you want to connect it to another PC or another device into it, or even connect it out to sort of PC speakers and stuff like that. Obviously, it comes with a power cable, which is USB-C to USB-C, but has a handy USB-C-A adapter on it. If your PC doesn't have a USB-C connection, you can still plug it in via USB-A, which of course is really, really useful. So there you go. That's what's in the box. When it comes to the instructions, they're really long. I mean, look at these. That's just indicative of how much you can do with this mixer. There's so much packed in here. Build-wise, yeah, it has a super plasticky feel. And, you know, it's super light. But that's to be expected at this price. I'm not expecting a kind of a hard metal body here. But it still feels a lot superior than a lot of other cheaper mixers that I've tried. There's a little bit of wobble in the sliders, but the movement feels taut and smooth. The buttons have a super nice rubbery response and are super intuitive to use with a combination of either long press or short press to kind of get to the function that you need. Okay, let's set it up and take a tour. It's basically plug and play. It's super easy. You just plug it in via the USB-C connector. As I said, there's a USB-C-A adapter if you don't have USB-C on your computer. And then on your computer in the sound settings, you just select FIFINE mic and FIFINE speaker, and you're good to go. I mean, all lit up on the desk, it looks really great, adding to that gamer aesthetic with customizable lighting. I really like the look of it on the desk, but I know the question is, is it all skirt and no knickers, as my old nan used to say? I mean, at the end of the day, it's about sound and audio. So what does it sound like? Well, we'll come to that. In terms of the inputs at the back here, you've got obviously your XLR input for XLR mics, which is probably the best way to connect a mic to your PC. Then you've got your gaming headset. And again, you can use your gaming headset. I'll just plug it in. So you can just plug in a gaming headset, so you don't need a fancy XLR mic. If you do plug in a gaming headset into the gaming headset socket there, it will override it if you've got an XLR mic, as I have now already plugged in. The gaming headset will take precedence over the XLR mic. But this is just an indication of what it sounds using the FIFINE AmpliGame headset here. Anyway, back to the main XLR mic. Then, of course, that you're back, you've got your line in. So if you want to plug in another sound source, whether it's mobile phone, a laptop, an iPad, or even another PC for a 2 PC configuration. And then you've got your headphone socket for monitoring. In terms of monitoring the mic, you just press this little button here and it goes white. Then you can hear yourself back with the headphones if you've got headphones plugged in. And it's, you know, super responsive. There's no lag or latency there. So you're hearing exactly what you sound like in the headphones and all of that. And then you've got a line out there if you want to, I don't know, take the sound out to some speakers or another, let's say another PC or something like that. Those are basically all the inputs and stuff like that. In terms of the buttons, let's do a tour of that. So as I said, at the top here, you've got your 48-volt phantom power. That's if you've got a condenser mic. Do not use if you have a dynamic mic plugged in. And at the back, there's a switch to choose between a dynamic XLR or a condenser XLR. But anyway, if you've got a condenser mic and you need that phantom power, that's great. In terms of dynamic mics, it's going to give you an extra 50 decibels of enhanced sound, which is perfect with this AmpliGame mic. And it works really well with the Rode mic as well, although there's no headroom. I think, you know, there's not room for me to kind of increase the input gain on this. So the more professional mics probably need a bit more power. If you have a Shure SMB7 or something like that, or SMD7, whatever they're called, if you have one of those mics, you might need a little bit more power. Some other amps I know kind of give another 75 decibels of enhancement. This one is 50, but for most mics, that's absolutely perfect. Then you've got here, you've got the tone button, which is like kind of auto tune, and it's got various chords. So if you want to do a bit of random singing like that, you can. This is F. I'm singing in F. If I want to keep my voice at F or G. No, that was E. E flat, A, B flat, B. Basically, there's 12 tones there. You've got that functionality there. Then here you've got custom buttons, custom A. So you've got 4 custom buttons. Super easy to use. You just do a long press, then it flashes white. And then you can either make a sound using the microphone, record a sound using the microphone, or record something off your PC. So I've just recorded some sound effects here. So for instance, here's number A I've recorded. Now here I've got B and D.
Please put down your weapon. You have 20 seconds to comply.
Now, the interesting thing about the sound effects, and it confused me for a little while, is basically coming out the same source as your mic. I was trying to get it to indicate on my speakers, and it wasn't indicating on the speakers, and I was very confused, but I did notice it was coming out on the mic. Basically replaces what you're saying on your mic. It's a bit confusing, but there you go. Then we've got your light changer here, your RGB light changer. 5 kinds of modes, including colorful flowing, single color changing, single color breathing, single color marquee, and static color option. I like this, the sort of mixed breathing one. I think it looks really nice on the desk, but you can, customize it, makes it look really nice. Look, hey, it's a gamer mixer, so, you want it looking cool on your desk, don't you, with all your RGB and all of that. Then you've got your voice changer button, which is great for streaming. A lot of fun you can have. So this is the male voice.
I'm talking to you. You better pay attention. You better hit that subscribe button, toggle that notification bell, and that way you're going to know when I go live with videos just like this.
Oh my God. I wish you could just hit that like, because I like it, YouTube likes it, and it helps people like you find content just like this.
And then there's this robot voice, if you want to sound like a robot, I will take over the world. Or a monster, you will succumb to my wishes.
I would really like it lots and lots if you could hit the like button, please. I would love you forever.
And boy, I want you to be hitting that subscribe button, boy. And make sure you toggle that notification bell or you can get off my land, boy.
Anyway, you get the idea. Lots of fun to be had with the voice changer and all of that. So those are basically all the buttons. And then you've got, as I say, you've got your slider for your mic. So if I take the slider right down, I'm going to slowly bring it up and then you'll start hearing me again. There we are. That's the mic slider, of course, or I could just mute it. And then there we are, we're back there. And then you've got a slider for the line in. So if you've got music coming in and stuff like that, if you've got headphones plugged into the back here, you can increase or decrease the volume accordingly. And of course, the mic monitor, as I mentioned earlier. And then also line out, say, for instance, you're sending it out to another PC or to, PC speakers or something. Again, and a mute button for that, if you want to just mute the sound on those as well. So that's basically it when it comes to this mixer. So loads of functionality and really, really useful. If at the end of the day, you only ever use it for your mic, it's still incredible value just as a way of connecting an XLR mic to your PC. You're still going to be paying 40, 50, 60, 70 plus quid just to get a little, device to connect your XLR. I've got one here from Behringer, and that cost me 40, 50 quid at least. And it doesn't have any of this functionality, really. It's got no sliders or anything like that. So this is really good value, and it looks great on the desk. One thing to note about these indicator lights across the top here for the volume and the mic and for your headphones and stuff is that they've got a red bit, but that's not to say, oh, you're peaking or anything like that. No, first 5 buttons are green, and then the last 4 little lights are red, and the same with the headphones. So it's purely for aesthetics, really. It's not really going to indicate whether you're peaking or not. You're going to have to listen to that and test it out to get the settings just right. At least you have a visual indicator that, sound is coming out of the microphone or the headphones accordingly. The other thing to note is despite its affordability and range of functions, the mixer may not provide sufficient gain, as I said, for certain professional microphones like the Shure SM7B without additional equipment like a cloud lifter. As I said, you'll get an additional 50 decibels of gain for XLR mics, and that is perfect for this AmpliGame mic from FIFINE, and it worked perfectly for my Rode mic. But it's just something to bear in mind if you have something like a Shure SM7B. You might need a cloud lifter to kind of get that added power that mic needs. But as I said, I think the best combination is this FIFINE mic with this FIFINE mixer. I think that's the best. I think they make perfect partners. So overall, as I said, there is so much stuff in here. Yeah, you may not use all of it. Some of it may not be useful to you. But basically, if you are starting out in content creation, streaming, and you want the benefits of an XLR mic connection to your PC, or even if you're going to start with just using your gaming headset with a mixer and you might upgrade later, you've got room to upgrade with this mixer. As I said, the fact that you can use a headset with it means most gamers can jump in and benefit from it straight away. Want to add a USB mic? Fine, you can do that later. Want to go more professional and add an XLR mic? Fine. Want to have a 2 PC setup for your streaming? Fine. You can do all of that with this gaming mixer that is less than $50. It is crazy good value, and the sound and audio is perfectly acceptable for the money. FIFINE have definitely, in my opinion, done it again when it comes to audio equipment at a great price that punches well above its weight and looks really cool. Anyway, I hope you found that useful. I hope you found it interesting. If you did, then please hit the likes, because I like it, YouTube likes it, and it helps people like you find content like this. And if you're new to my channel, hey, I'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button, toggle that notification bell, and that way you'll know when I go live with content just like this. Talking of content just like this, why don't you check out the videos over here? These ones here. I think you might like them. These ones here. Thanks for watching.